everyone, my name is Whitney. Welcome back to my channel, All Embracing. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I will be sharing my Ancestry DNA results. But let me give you a little background about myself. So I was born in Georgetown, Guyana, which is located in the Caribbean and in South America, for those who do not know. There's three main Guyanas or Guyanas. There is French Guiana, there is Dutch Guiana, which is also known right now as Suriname, and then there's British Guiana, which is also known right now as Guyana, and that's the country that I'm from. I grew up in Antigua, which is a small little island located in the Caribbean. It's very beautiful. So if you guys have never been, please take the time to go and visit, visit my island in the sun, okay? Take your family. It's a really good place. The food is amazing. The beaches are amazing. And I'm not even exaggerating because I grew up there. Like, it's actually a very beautiful place. But with that being said, my parents, they are also Guyanese, both of them, my mom and my dad, and my siblings are also Guyanese, except my little brother. I keep forgetting that he's not. He's Canadian, but he's Guyanese. So on my dad's side, he has some family members that are from Barbados, and he also has some European ancestor thing going on. I think like his great grandmother is European, and on my mom's side, there's some understanding that there might be some Indians in her side. I'm not really sure. I've never met any like straight Indians in my family. Maybe there is Dougla people in my family, and I don't know if you guys know what Dougla is. So basically it's a term that we use in Guyana, also in Trinidad they use the same thing, and it's a term that is to describe a person, an offspring that is mixed with Indian and Black. So one of the parent is Black, one of the parent is Indian, they have a child, and we call them Dougla. Now the term does come from a Hindu dialect, which is also pronounced Dougla, and that literally could mean the same thing, mixed, or two necks. Can be, a positive term or a negative term. In this scenario, we're using it as a positive term. No disrespect in the term, how I'm using the word Dougla or Dougla. It's not to disrespect. With that being said, I'd like to tell you guys why I decided to take the Ancestry DNA test. So my truth is, I took this test because I just felt like I never really had like a sense of place. I never really had a sense of home and a sense of like understanding from like where I'm from. And I think it's because I moved a lot. So in my household, we did grow up, my parents were very like, straight about, Guyanese roots, and, growing up eating Guyanese food and music, the kind of lifestyle that we have. Like I have an understanding of it. And it's something I do embrace, but I lived in Antigua, so I also embraced that culture as well. My parents obviously left to Guyana for a reason, in hopes for us to get like a better opportunity in life, and here I am, right, in Canada. And I felt like I went through kind of like the same thing. Racism became even more of an issue. And but I developed new relationships with people from different cultures. I have one Haitian friend, shout out girl. But like it just really put me in a position like, I'm kind of like lost into where I fit in. There's definitely certain things that happened that just, made me feel out of place. I guess not really knowing a lot as well for like family history, that also probably put a lot into my head of like a bit of confusion. So having friends from different cultures and getting married to a Ghanaian man, it really like made me even want to learn more about what I could be, to be honest. I think I just felt like the people that I interacted with, they had so much culture, and I felt like I didn't really have much to embrace, and it made me feel very confused. I think overall, I feel like that's what it is. Deep down, I feel like that's what it is. How the Ancestry DNA test works is that you get a little box, you sign up, you pay for it. When I received the kit, there's like a tube inside. You fill it up to the marker line with your saliva, and you shake it up, you send it back. It usually takes 6 weeks. Well, mine took 6 weeks to come in, and yeah, that was basically it. And how they determine where you're from is because they gathered samples from these different regions. So these are people from like who lived in the area or in the country for like generations, like a very long time. So they collect their samples, their DNA samples, and then they compare it with your sample. If you match whatever sample that they have, this is the result that you will get. Now, the samples or the results do change over time. That's because they do have more people that are taking the DNA test, and so they're getting more samples to come in. And they also are taking more tests from different regions. So now there is, which is great, right? Because now it's getting, you know, broader to make it more specific for your results. So your results do change over time. Whenever you log back in, it will probably tell you, oh, something has changed. Now you're not 2% France, now you're like 5% France, or maybe now you're like -1% of France. You know, like it changes because they are getting more samples to come in. So now with that being said, I did do a pre-recording of my results, and I'll share that with you guys. So, all right, guys. So in the previous recording, I have told you guys a little bit background of me, a little background of my parents. I've told you why I decided to do the Ancestry DNA test. And I've also given you a little bit of the Ancestry DNA and kind of like how it works. So now this is like the exciting part, the results. You are going to guess what you think my top percentage will be. The first one is Scotland. We have 1% of Scotland. Guys, I'm Scottish. Y'all can't talk to me, I'm Scottish. All right, so basically it gives us like a little blurb here, a little photo, tells us a little bit about Scotland, but it seems like a beautiful place. Like it seems like it would be a nice place to visit one day, so I'm all about that. Okay, the second percentage, what do we have? England and Northwestern Europe. All right, guys. So it says can range from 0 to 4%. So I don't really have much from British. I'm going to England soon for the first time, so I'm looking forward to that. Let's move forward because I know y'all are excited, right? Right, you better be. All right, so next is France. Oh, I have lived in Ottawa for a very few years, living in Canada, and yet still my French is. But you know what's funny? I used to work at a movie theater, and you know, like these people, they would come up to me and they'd just be like, I don't know, speaking in French. I can't even like give you a word, but they would just start speaking to me in French. And I was like, and I was very like new to Canada, by the way. I was highly new, okay? Like this is my first job. And I would be like, I learned how to say I don't speak French. So I would keep saying, je ne parle pas français. I would respond in English, but nope. They will still want to talk to me in French. Like, anyways. Then we have Ireland. Y'all, that's 5% European blood. That's kind of high. So a beautiful place. Looks really, really nice. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got Nigeria, East Central. What this? That's 2%. 2%. Look how big this is. 2% of all of this. Interesting. Benin and Togo. Alright. So it could range from 0 to 23%. I'm 4%. So I'm 4% of this, guys. And Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu people. I can range from 0 to 16%, and I'm 6% Congolese, you know? I'm 6% Congolese. This is why, you know, like, this is why I love the food, y'all. I love Congolese food. I'm 17% Mali, y'all. Okay, we're getting higher. Can you all guess by now, like, what country you think that I have the highest percentage in? Okay, because now we're getting really high. 17% Mali. I could range from 0 to 24%. This is pretty high. I'm gonna speed up the process here. Gonna speed it up. Oh, Nigeria. We went from 17 to 31%, y'all. So from here, I could have ranged from 16 to 40%. So evidently, a lot of slaves were taken from here. I'd love to visit Nigeria one day. But man, I heard it's too busy over there. It's too busy over there. And then our final one, guys. Can you guess what it is? And if you guessed it correctly, you would have guessed Ivory Coast and Ghana. Alright, so I'm 35%. Could range from 28 to 59%. So I got a smacking 35. I don't know, maybe that's why I got a Ghanaian man, you know? Maybe he was attracted to me because he knew I was 35% Ghanaian, you know, because he wanted a Ghanaian woman. Alright, so you guys saw my video. I am 35% Ghanaian. 35%. So I actually got results in the past and before this when it was updated. So I'll actually share with you guys. We can go down the list together. So if you notice, I have Nigerian 37, Ivory Coast, Ghana 20%, Mali 18%, Benin and Togo 11%, Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu peoples 9%. Portugal wasn't even on my new list, but that was 2%. Scotland is even less than what it was. So 2% it was before, and now I have 1%. And then Ireland, which is 1%. So France is not even on there, and I had France, and I think I had Northwestern England or something like that, whatever. But so things do change because they get more samples. You guys should probably check out Ancestry DNA. And I actually even created a family tree, and I'm trying to figure out, like, can I meet some of my family wherever they are in the world. Maybe they'll see this video and maybe they'll decide to reach out to me. I really do hope that I get to know a little bit more about my background, a little bit more about my history. We know, like, slavery really caused a lot of hurt and damage. It's kind of like different when you don't kind of like generalize it, or when you recognize that in a certain part in your life there's something missing, and it's because of that there's not much understanding. So I'm happy like this is an option. I'd like to try 23andMe because I heard like they are very specific with even what tribe you're from, so that'll be very interesting to learn. By the way, I also want to learn how to speak Fanti, guys. My husband speaks Fanti. Tony, don't hate me, but you're not a good teacher. So I really want to know if anybody knows about any good apps or any like platform that I can really learn Fonty from, because it would be really great. I do hope in future that it's something my kids are gonna be learning, and I'm not trying to be that parent that the kids and the other parent is having a whole blown conversation and I'm just sitting out there like the odd man out. No, because they could be talking about me. No, I'm trying to understand. So if y'all can just link me with some apps, leave anything that you have in the comment section. I would really want to know your thoughts. I really wanted to know what you guys really thought, what my results would have been. Thank you guys for joining me with my Ancestry DNA result. All right guys, bye.